Hello everyone, myself Samprati Manchanath here. In today's lesson, we'll be learning about the important concept loops, while, for, do while and nested loops. So what are loops? A loop is a sequence of instructions that is continuously repeated until a certain condition it is reached. So this is the general form of loops for most of the programming languages. We evaluate a condition. If it is true, execute the statements, move back to checking the conditions. If it is true, again the process is repeated. But if the condition is evaluated to be false, then it comes out of the loop and the next first statement after the loop is executed. So first we learn about the while loop. So how does while loop works basically? It evaluates the condition. If the condition is true, that is non-zero, then the code inside the body of while loop is executed. If the condition expression is proved to be false when it is evaluated again, then it comes out of the while loop. So it is checked. If it is true, codes inside is evaluated and again condition is checked and the process keeps going on until the condition is false. So this is the flowchart of the while loop. Condition is checked. If it is true, statement executed and again comes back to checking the condition. This keeps continuing until the condition is false. So when it is false, it comes out of the while loop. So there is a possibility that a while loop might not execute at all. But why? Because first only we are checking the condition. Only if the condition is true, we are checking and executing the body of the loop. But if the condition is proved to be false at first itself, there is no way that the code and the while loop is executed. So an example program here. See, we have declared that a is equal to 15. Our condition is a should be less than 20. So our first value is a is equal to 15. So check 15 is less than 20. So print the value of a is 15. Increment it, a is 16. Come back to checking the condition. 16 is less than 20. True. So print value of a is 16 and increment it. Now a is 17. Check the condition. So it keeps continuing. So at the last, when value of a is 19, it is printed. After increment, it will be 20. When we come to check the condition, 20 less than 20, it is false. So it comes out of the while loop. So this is our output for the example program. So now we learn about for loop. So how for loop works? The initialization statement is executed only once. Then our condition is evaluated. If the condition is false, for loop is terminated. But if the condition is true or non-zero, codes inside the body of for loop is executed and the update expression, that is it may be increment or decrement, it is updated. The process repeats until the condition it is false. So the for loop is commonly used when the number of iterations are known to us. So see, this is the flowchart for the for loop. Initialization statement, condition is checked. If it is true, body of loop is executed. Update expression is updated. Again come back to checking the condition. So the process keeps repeating. When the condition is false, it comes out of the for loop and the next first statement after the for loop is executed. Example program. So see, for a is equal to 15. A is equal to 15 is our initialization statement. A less than 20 is our condition. So we'll start. A is equal to 15. A less than 20, it is true. So execute the body of the loop. Value of A is 15. Now increment it. So A is 16. Check the condition. 16 is less than 20. True. So execute the body of the loop. Value of A is 16. The process keeps continuing until the last statement where value of a is 19 is printed. After that, update expression, it is incremented to 20, but 20 is not less than 20, so it comes out of the for loop. So this is the output for the example program of for loop. So now we learn about do while loop. How does the do while loop work? Do while loop is similar to the while loop but with one important difference. The body of do while loop is executed at least once before checking the condition. For and while loop test the loop condition at the top of the loop. But the do while loop in C programming, it checks that condition at the bottom of the loop. So it is executed at least once. So this is the syntax of do while. See, do statements is executed first at least once, then the condition is checked. If the condition is true, go back to executing the statements, check the condition. When it becomes false, comes out of the loop. This is the flowchart of do while loop. Do first statement is executed here, then check the condition. If it is true, go back to executing the statement. Process continues. When condition proves to be false, comes out of the loop. Example program. Int a is equal to 17. Do printf first statement is value of a, increment. So a is equal to 17. So print that value of a is 17 first. Increment it. So a will become 18. So now for 18 we will be checking the condition if it is less than 20 or not. 18 less than 20 condition is true. So execute this statement again. Value of a is 18. Increment it to 19. 19 is less than 20. Execute this statement again. Value of a is 19. Increment it. But now 20 is not less than 20. So this condition is false. Come out of the do while loop. So this is the output of do while example program. So now we learn about nested loops. We have three nested loops. Nested for, nested do while, nested while. So as we learned, nested loops basically means that for in a for loop, or do while in a do while loop, while in a while loop. So first we learn about nested do while loop. So see, the conditions of inner and outer do while loops are false for the first time itself. Why? Because see, the do statement I am from outer do while loop is executed first. As we learn, according to do while, the statement is executed first, then the condition is checked. So after I am from outer do while loop is executed, then move on to the inner do while loop. Here also first the statement is executed. I am from inner do while loop, it's printed. So now check the condition. While 1 is greater than 10, but this condition is false. So come out of the inner do while loop and check the condition of the outer do while loop. Even this condition is false, so come out of the do while loop. So only these two lines are our output. So both the inner and outer statements of do while loops are executed once, irrespective of their test conditions. Example for nested while loop. Here a is equal to 1, b is equal to 1. So first condition is while a is less than or equal to 5. A is 1 at first. So in this while loop we have declared b is equal to 1. While b is less than or equal to 5, print the value of b, then increment it. So now inside this outer while loop, our value of b is 1. Print the value of 1, then increment it. 2 is also less than or equal to 5. Print the value of b, that is 2. Increment it. So 3 is less than or equal to 5. Print the value of b, that is 3. And increment it. So it keeps continuing. Then after b is equal to 5, it comes out of this while loop. Then executes this printf statement of the outer while loop, that is of new line /n. After that, increment a. A was 1 before when we started executing this. So increment it to 2 now. Then 2 is also less than or equal to 5. So come and execute this inner while loop again. So again after b is equal to 5, it will come out of the loop and execute the new line and increment a to 3. So until a is equal to 5, this process keeps continuing. So the inner while loop will be executed for 5 times. For every time the condition in the outer loop is true. So after a is equal to 5, the condition will be false and it comes out of the while loop. So this will be our output for this example program. Example for nested for loop. Nested for is like for inside a for loop. So see, a, b is our declaration, then initialization is for a is equal to 1, condition is a less than or equal to 5, update expression is increment. So until for a less than or equal to 5, starting with a is equal to 1, this is our inner for loop. For b is equal to 1, b less than or equal to 5, b plus plus. So first initialization is b is equal to 1. So b is equal to 1, 1 is less than or equal to 5. Execute, that is print the value of b, that is 1. Then again go back to the for loop, that is after incrementing. So 2 is less than or equal to 5. Print 2, increment to 3, 3 less than or equal to 5. So it continues. After b is equal to 5, come out of this inner for loop. Execute this slash n, that is new line. Then increment a to 2. Then execute this inner for loop, that is until b is equal to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be getting the output again. Then execute new line. Then a is equal to 3. So it keeps continuing. So the variable a here belongs to outer for loop and the variable b belongs to inner for loop. For a is equal to 1, inner for loop will be executed 5 times. So the total number of iterations will be 25 times. So thank you everyone.